Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Stefania. Thank you so much for finding me here. Hope you're having a beautiful day, beautiful week so far. I'm just checking to see that we're recording. Yes. Okay. I am a spiritual intuitive medium, artist, makeup artist. I'm a multifaceted individual, but my YouTube channel so far has been dedicated to me connecting into the spiritual beings, spiritual love, highest timeline energy, to bring in messages for your highest and greatest good so you can step into your highest timeline. So, as I said, I'm a spiritual intuitive medium working in my private practice. So, if you'd like to connect with me now, let us just drop in together as we open and say yes to receiving divine messages, divine insight, divine love, energy healing for our highest and greatest good as we step into the highest timeline, into this collective energy reading for this week. Whenever you find this message, you were meant to find this message, just drop in, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to receive. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. All right. So if you've been following me, on my YouTube channel, you might have heard the last few readings that I've done. I try my best to do a weekly collective reading, and I've come on the last few. I think it's been 2 weeks since I've been on, maybe between 10 and 15 days. So sometimes I just can't make it on. I do my best to make it on, though. I was reminded that in the last series of videos, the last 2 to 3 videos, I have been dropping in and receiving messages around the timeline of the current war situation between the United States, Iran, and Israel. That war over there, okay? And everything that I've said in my videos has come to pass. Like timelines, predictions, like it has literally been unfolding. And so, not to float my boat, but sometimes I wonder why more people don't follow me or why my videos don't get more views, because there have been a lot of psychics out there been saying, oh, this war is going on for 8 months, 9 months, 100 years, 10 years, lots of doom and gloom, doomsday's coming, something bad's happening on Easter Sunday, like all kinds of stuff. And I have said, I felt that in my last video, I said that Trump was going to, and this is before he did it, I said Trump was going to say something so outrageous, now more than usual, and that it was going to spark energy around the whole world. And right after that, there were going to be the start of peace talks. And I was reminded this week that that actually happened, because he said just a few days ago, or before that, that he was going to, an entire civilization was about to die, and everybody was up in arms about that. And then the next day, peace talks started happening pretty much closely thereafter. So anyway, I'm gonna say, I said I felt that the war was going to come to an end around the end of April 2026, early May, and I feel I'm still in that timeline. Okay, so we're going to stick with that. Allowing ourselves, once again, it's not going to be just like a war video, obviously, but I was reminded when I was preparing for the videos that all the things that I've said have come to pass. So there it is. And when we receive downloads, we're open to the channeled messages. We're just raising our energy up into alignment with the divine frequency and connecting with spirit. And it's kind of like telepathy, right? And we just pick up these messages and we just say them. We say them how we get them, okay? And so I'm just being reminded now, too, that the astronauts who just came back from their mission around the moon, and how beautiful those pictures were that they took of our incredible, just extraordinary planet Earth that we live on, and how lucky we are that we get to live in this most beautiful, extraordinary planet. And she said, the astronaut, Christina, I believe her name's Christina, forgive me, that's not her name, it was the female astronaut. She said that one thing that struck her looking down and back at Earth was that we're all one crew. We're all part of the same crew. And I loved that, because I always say what is in the one is in the whole. We're all connected. When you see the Earth like that, and you see the blackness that's around it, the universal quantum field, we are just like I'm one person on this Earth, and on this Earth I am dropping in every day. I'm dropping into my energy, that silence, that darkness that is within me, to tap the light, and expand that light and shine my light as bright as I can as a beacon. And I invite all of you to do the same, to connect, to take steps to connect with your source, with your soul. Connect with what makes you happy, what makes you feel peaceful. Reach out to someone who is in need. Reach out to someone who's different from you, to find common ground, because we're all one crew. I loved what she said. It was so true. And we're more alike than we are different, right? And so let us just know that what is in the one is in the whole, and that as we shine our light, we shine that bright light. In fact, when they were up there, around the Earth, I was really trying to just shine my light in meditation as bright as I could, to them, and out into the, into the universe. And because when you see the Earth like that, yeah, we're just part of the same. What is in the one is in the whole. And so my energy, as I emanate the energy of light, and I drop in and cultivate and do my best to clear out the clutter, get rid of the distractions, and be at one with my source. The soul leads us, it guides us. That energy spills out into those around me, right? And you walk into a room, the vibration heals the room, the words heal, the energy heals, the pictures heal, the smile heals, right? So this is all a healing, right? And I also felt too, I'm also getting too, just now with Spirit, that when you see the Earth like that, you see how magnificent and powerful, how alive she is, the Earth, and that we are small in comparison. That there might be 7 billion people walking around the Earth, but she, Mother Earth, wow, is so powerful and so strong. And she will regrow. She will revitalize. She is all so powerful. And use your connection to Mother Earth to tap into your own power. So that was coming in. I feel very strongly about that. Like, there's so much energy in the Earth that we live on, that we need to learn more to live with the Earth and not just on her. That the frequencies, the energy that is inside the Earth, that comes out, that's moving around, it's just so powerful. And I know I'm sounding like I'm going off on a tangent, but I really get that so strongly, that it's so important in your daily life to find that which makes you feel enlivened, joyful, peaceful, creative, happy, and then be guided by that higher understanding that we're all one crew. If only the government officials could get that, if only. I just, So let us just pray. Let us just open and pray. Dear God, dear source, Christed light of the highest light, we just pray for this beautiful earth in which we live, that each and every person watching this video receive love, amazing light, and support, that they may step into their highest timeline, that all the obstacles blocking you now are removed, that you may step into peace and claim this peace, prosperity, and abundance, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Okay, so let us just drop in for more messages. What do we need to release? What do we need to let go of? What do we need to do to step into our highest timeline of success, happiness, joy, and abundance? So I'm getting just now someone who's writing vigorously. So I might be connecting with someone who connects with writing. I'm also connecting in with somebody whose handwriting is not that great. So it's not me, because the handwriting I'm seeing is not my own, but it's I'm laughing because my handwriting's not that great. I mean, it's not always legible. In fact, I feel I feel this writing I'm connecting to is actually printing. It's not script. Feels very nervous. I feel very nervous in this energy around the writing. So it could be that someone needs to journal and get some of that energy to process it out. And it could be also I'm connecting in with someone who's shifting their energy through writing. So, we know that like when we write, when we journal, it is very cathartic and healing. So this could be a message for someone who needs to work through some energy through processing through writing. And I feel also too, I was just getting choppy water right now. And it could be connecting with somebody who's connecting with boats, like boats and sailing, because I'm just feeling that right now too. But like the waters have been choppy, and smoother sailing. We're looking for smoother sailing. Okay, so it could be just discovery through journaling and writing. Okay. Let's see what else. Messages for our highest and greatest good. So I'm getting a message now. I'm seeing gold coins, and they're falling one by one by one by one. They're piling up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's slow. It's like trickle. It's like one and then another and then another. So it's like a slow trickle. So I feel like I could be connecting with somebody whose money's been slow. Like it's like a slow moving money energy. Because we want that money to come in like a windfall, right? Like we want fast. So I could be connecting in with here for a few of you who need to start working with writing your affirmations down and working with that law of attraction and really speaking into the universe what it is that we want to uptick the speed at which that money, because the money's been trickling in and we want it to come in like in an abundance, in a fast moving kind of way. And so I feel like I could be connecting in with someone who needs to work more with affirmations and stepping into more to an energy that is money flows to me and I keep it. Money flows to me effortlessly through expected and unexpected resources, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's also a message here, and this could be for those of you who have a message about love. It doesn't have to be partnership. I'm getting messages about partnership. It's in, it's out, it's in, it's out, it's in, it's out, it's in, it's out. There's something about that, okay? So there's some energy moving through partnerships that feels like a seesaw, okay? And then there could be like division of assets. So there could be, some wonky energy around that for some of you, okay? Um, but remember that big picture. Like I'm being drawn back to the globe and the big picture. Like, don't get so caught up in all the things, and get more into the practice of it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Like, if you've lived long enough and you've been working on yourself, and you do work on yourself, you get to a place where, yes, problems come, life happens, but you realize, it's gonna be okay. So there's something about that. Some of you need to hear that around, like, not getting overly caught up in all the little things and coming at life from a perspective that's not so stressed out and just more like, yeah, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Yes, okay. And as you do that, I'm just getting a message around June right now. So there's some energy around June. So this could be like a journey, an evolution of around 2-3 months for some of you, that where things are getting better. The door is opening around June, okay? I do feel gas prices are going to go down as well. There's the Wheel of Fortune. I just picked my deck up, Wheel of Fortune and the Fool at the bottom of the deck. New beginnings, Wheel of Fortune. You can't make that stuff up. So the cards are always reflecting what I'm saying. Now, in my private sessions, I don't use cards. So you might say, well, why are you using them now? Well, when when I'm on video here and I'm dropping into just a collective energy, I just like to pull them out to look at them sometimes. But they always reflect what I'm saying. So Wheel of Fortune, and there's the King of Pentacles right underneath. So King of Pentacles represents a higher level of abundance, okay? More money coming in, and so it is. I feel like that's the Two of Rods. Like, you've been building, and I'm really drawn to that sun there, like light at the end of the tunnel, okay? All right, what else is coming up for us? For our highest and greatest good. Highest and greatest good, highest and greatest good. Yeah, there's the tennis, sorry, I can't read here. Oh my goodness. There's the Four of Swords. But you know what's interesting is I was going to say the Ten of Swords, like a play on my words. So I have the feeling I might see the Ten of Swords, but you can see the image. I'm very drawn as an artist in tarot to the imagery. Like, I always notice something new whenever I pull the cards out. But I'm really drawn to this person literally lying down, resting after battle. Like, I actually feel like the worst is behind you with that. Like, you've been beaten down, but there's a period of, new King of Pentacles. What did I just say? The Ten of Swords. I felt like I was going to see, I was feeling Ten of Swords. There was the Four. There it is, right there. I love that. Oh, that's so funny. And that's all about, like, the ending. Tens are all about ends, right? So it's the end of a cycle that's been feeling heavy, exhausting. And I feel like that's a collective message as well, because it has been a heavy energy in the collective, and I feel like with all this new energy in Aries, we're going to feel this new beginning energy, but might have been feeling tired this week as well, but there's new energy coming up. So I feel like May is going to feel lighter overall. The more we move into April, it feels like the energy feels lighter. Okay, what else we need to look forward to for our highest and greatest good? If you'd like to book a session with me. Oh, look, there's the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. I don't know if you can see that. Ace of Cups, King of Cups. And I mentioned that I feel like I'm connecting to that message around the partnerships, in and out, in and out, in and out. It feels like for some of you, at the end of that, battle in partnerships, there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning in love. Underneath the bottom of the deck, transformation. And for some of you, there could be a message around a butterfly as well. All right, spirit animals, what do we need to hear? If you'd like to book a session with me, please click the link below. Please don't forget to like and share. It really helps the channel. I'd love to see this channel grow. But I do my best to share, to share, to share. Claim your independence. I feel like I'm connecting in with that seesaw partnership stuff. There's something about that coming in. Like, do what's best for you and claim your independence. So do what's best for you. And I feel like there's freedom at the end of that. There's just freedom coming for some of you there. As I say freedom, look, freedom is yours. Oh my goodness. So freedom is at hand for those of you who feel like you're in a partnership that's been really bogging you down. So there's a freedom. It could be also partnership with self too, because it feels like, when we're stuck in a toxic cycle, we're stuck, in an energy or a mindset, we need to be free from that. So I feel like there's freedom at hand, and we're stepping into a new cycle with that. Okay. So I love when the cards come up like that and they just validate what I'm literally saying right when I'm saying it. Okay. Abundance message for our highest and greatest good, our highest timeline of success, joy, and happiness. What do we need to hear? And so it is, Spirit. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. Waiting for a jumper. What do we need to hear? Abundance messages for our highest and greatest good. Ah, that one just fell, and I don't even see what it is. God is your source. God is your source. Okay, I love that. Hang on, let me just read this. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or limitation, rather there is plenty of abundance for all to share. And so it is. I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Have a beautiful day, and namaste.